Congrats.
Thank you, Coach. Appreciate that. So proud of you. Thank you. So happy.
To see that smile on his face, there's no better feeling than that for me as a coach.
Okay, guys.
We were just sitting there and started off the meeting on a very serious note. I don't think anyone knew what to expect. All of a sudden, he just said,
I'd like to introduce you to the Big Ten Player of the Year.
The significance of just winning Big Ten Player of the Year is very prestigious. So that just says a lot about you as an individual, but more importantly, I think it says a lot about the atmosphere and the team that you're around.
When I came to the University of Iowa, I was never focused on individual accomplishments. My teammates mean the world to me. They are the reason I came back. I wanted to be a part of this team.
You'll hear it from my son first. We're not playing for the accolades. I remember all those times when there was no evidence that Luka would be a player. It was just our belief. I'm talking about those times when no one was looking, when no one really cared, and they shouldn't have. Step, good. I like it between the legs. Boom. And so, excuse me. So what that means is, we're not done yet.
Garza inside for 2 more.
after last year, I know of the opportunities that he would have had. He's told me about them, and it would have been hard for anyone to pass up. And he came back and committed to this team through a ridiculously difficult season.
Once I got to a point where I was getting close to the all-time leading scorer record, I knew going into the Penn State game that I was 14 points away, but I really tried to block that out of my mind. The only time that it really creeped into my mind was, when I got fouled and there was a timeout. I knew if I made both free throws that I was going to break the record, so it was obviously nerve-wracking at that moment.
Chance to tie the late Roy Marble. He's got it.
Obviously, I showed I was a little nervous at the line there with my second free throw.
Chance for the record. Well short.
Oh, he had to have been thinking about it.
He came up to me after and he said, bro, I was literally shaking. I was so nervous. It's a miracle the first free throw went in.
Garza at the rim and the record! Luka Garza stands alone at the top of the Iowa scoring charts.
When you have a player that breaks a record set by Roy Marble, you know what that means. And if you talk to any Hawkeye fans, they know what that means as well. That was a record that looked to be pretty difficult to break.
For me, it was mostly his teammates being so happy for him that caught me off guard. They love him. He loves them, and that's something. That's something special. That's a lifetime memory. Five, 6, way to collect yourself. 7, beautiful, Luka. Get it going. 8, that's better.
The workouts with my dad over the course of my career have been an amazing experience. I had to make a decision that if I really loved this, that I was going to give it my all, and it was a no-brainer for me because I love the game of basketball.
That's a good move. Activity without achievement is pretty much a waste of time. And so it was very purposeful. Keep in mind that 90% of the game is played without the ball. So how many people practice 90% of the time without the ball? Well, we did. That's it, Luka. Push!
Those summers taught me a lot about who I was as a person, and it inspired me to continue to replicate them throughout my career. If I were able to win Big Ten Player of the Year for the second time, that would obviously be a surreal feeling. And I think that's something that, later in life when I look back at my basketball career, it's something that's really gonna hit me hard.
Being 2-time Big Ten Player of the Year, in a group of only 3 players ever. That is an amazing accomplishment, and it's something that's really hard to be put into words and hard to even fathom.
The consistency that's required to be that guy is so hard to accomplish.
The message I would give to Luka, if he wins, look back at the time when you first came in to where you're at now and the road that you journeyed to get to that point, and appreciate it. Appreciate that moment.
I wouldn't be anywhere without the University of Iowa. I don't think my career would have panned out the way it did if I had chosen another school. I think senior day is going to be a tough day for me emotionally. I'm just so grateful to this university. It's given me so much. I just hope that over my time I've given half as much back. When I stand there on senior day, I'm going to try to just focus on winning that game as much as I can, but I think after that game, I'm going to reflect on that being my last time, playing in Carver Hawkeye Arena. It's going to be a surreal feeling.